Well,
It's cold.
it is.
What is today?
I don't know what today is.
The
The
Wednesday.
4th. And let's see here. I think we're all still waking. It was a long night. Not so much because of the storm, but because of this, what the storm made us do, which is have to sleep here all together in the living room and in the kitchen. So
I was surprisingly freezing.
it was surprisingly freezing. So last night, let's see here. Sorry, still trying to get the cobwebs out. Last night at about, I don't know, we all went to bed, I don't know, 10 o'clock maybe. And we got all settled in bed, and James contacted us and said that the winds were going to be picking up, and that because of the trees outside that we're concerned about, the one specifically close to bedrooms, he said he recommended that we all move. So we set up in the living room and in the kitchen for sleeping. I will show you out the window here. It is raining. It's not so windy though. We had some wind last night, but not so much. The storm is about next to us out in the ocean, so we are not having a whole lot of effects. It's just been amazing. Last night at, I don't know, after, I'll say, wait a minute. At about 5 or so o'clock, starting about 5 o'clock, we started hearing pops. We assumed that, I don't know, somebody was having fireworks or whatever outside. Some kind of loud booms, I guess, more than pops. We weren't sure what it was, but about quarter after, here's hope. At about quarter after 11, I guess it was, we started, we heard a big loud boom. So we weren't sure if they were.
Street, I saw it.
Oh, hope.
But I think our right across the street neighbors just power out.
Last night?
Yeah.
Okay, so
We guessed that
they thought they saw maybe a transformer blow, but we still have power. So we're thankful for that. The storm's not over yet. It's next to us in the ocean, so we're getting some. You can kind of see the trees are blowing a little bit here. It's still raining. We haven't had a whole lot of rain. The children are even surprised. We have no water out there sitting in the little ditch out here out front. I don't know if you can see it. The ditch is, let's see, here it is. It's out there, right here. Normally there's water sitting out there if we have a heavy rain, so it's really more just been sprinkling. So let's see here.
Daddy said it's cold in the EOC.
Yeah, James says it's cold in the EOC. James did tell me yesterday that for creature comforts, we might want to turn the air down. So last night I turned the air down for sleeping. Grace slept here. Zechariah slept here. I slept at this end of the couch. So Grace has picked up her stuff and gotten comfortable here because she's cold.
I'm using Zechariah stuff. I'm so cold.
And let's see here. The house is a wreck because we brought everything in. We'll talk about that in a minute. But so here's where Hope and Faith Hannah slept, in the middle of the kitchen floor on an air mattress. James wanted us to try out the air mattress because he's bringing that to the Bahamas when he leaves. I'm sure he'll feels like
what?
Feels like you're sleeping on Jello.
If one person leaves to go to the
You gotta
bathroom, the other one goes like 4 inches down.
Okay, y'all can't talk at the same time. But so they say it felt like sleeping on Jello. So I'll just kind of show that we Faith Hannah and that we had extra time yesterday. So you can kind of see she baked. Let's see here. She baked some chocolate chip cookies last night because this storm has taken so long to get here that we've eaten up all of our hurricane snacks just about. These over here, James was going to bring to, they are like Monkey Munch, he was going to bring to the EOC with him.
About 2 weeks ago.
But he forgot. But they've got the prisoners making them food, and he said it was actually pretty good. And then some of this stuff he's planning, like the easy cheese and all. Some of this stuff he's going to bring to the Bahamas when he goes, and I don't remember when he's going. Thursday, Friday, so I don't know. So anyway, our bread, we got this bread over here, and we got it for the hurricane, but I think it's expired now because this hurricane has taken so long to get here.
Is it the 6th?
Oh, it's the 6th? No. No, it's not the 6th. I think today's the 4th, I think. Yeah, he's leaving Thursday or Friday. Hey, James. So, we'll just kind of share that again, that we had water in case we still do lose power and can't drink any of the water safely if we have to boil water. But I'm guessing at this point, likely we might not lose power, which this hurricane's just been all bizarre.
There's some deer outside.
Yeah, we woke up and there were deer sleeping in the yard here.
I don't think they were sleeping because one
It's a-
went down.
It was mama. I think they just walked off. It's a mama and
2 babies.
2 babies. They immediately jumped. When the mama jumped up, the babies immediately jumped up to go nurse off her. But I don't know if you can see over here. Let's see here. Where's my finger? Over here, the antenna outside is jumping around in the wind a little bit, and I can't read these things at the same time. So I don't know if James can answer them or anything. But let's see here. So, as I said, the house is a mess because we had to bring like plants like this inside. And most of this stuff is not here. This is just kind of extra stuff since we knew the groceries were going to be out of food and out of power and no car to get there, even if they did have stuff. So, we'll probably clean this up in a little while, but maybe not because again, we're still concerned about that tree falling. This will give them a place to go and hang out. So we might leave this here. But Faith, Hannah, and Grace and Hope have been doing some artwork. So this one is Grace's.
I still need to finish the sun.
She's still got to finish the sun.
See the
Here's
red dots.
Hope's. She's been painting shells
I got
to
these
keep
at Pelican
occupied.
Islands. That's just an owl. That one didn't work very well.
Speak loud enough they can hear.
Sorry.
What is this?
It's just an owl on the tree. It didn't work very well.
Oh, an owl. Oh, the owl. Okay. I don't know what Faith Hannah's doing. She's hanging out here, it looks like, right now. So here's the shack. We had to disconnect the shack last night because it was lightning outside. Can somebody turn a light on? So, again, we've been sitting here. We've got different shelters. I don't know if I'm allowed to share any of that stuff, but there's several shelters that they've been manning, and the net's been going all night. But as I said, we had storms and lightning, and also we had to disconnect. We thought we'd get a good night's sleep, but fat chance when you're sleeping on the floor and on couches with other people, you don't get very good sleep. So between that and going to bed late, and the children were freezing. So between that and everything, we didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, but I'm hoping it will be better. So let's see here. We had to blow up the air mattresses by hand because we didn't, James isn't going to have power down in the Bahamas, so he wanted us to test everything. So that's why that mess is there. I will share that. So we had to it's because we were concerned about the garage having a tree fall on it and just on the house. We tried to find a somewhat safe place to put like some of our canned foods and our mountain house foods, because normally we're out of power for 3 weeks. So that's what we have here. But anyway, not a whole lot going on. As I said, the storm is still off to the east of us. It's pretty much directly to the east of us. So there's still rain. There's still winds. But most of the winds are out to the east, out over the water. Most of the rain is out over the water. However, we are right in the middle of a dry pocket between rain bands. Most of the rain bands are east of us and west of us. So I don't know. We might miss most of this storm. It's just been, as I said, it's been very bizarre. I don't know what Zechariah's working on here. He working on storm stuff? No, he's working on his coins. Zechariah has become a coin aficionado. Expert, how's that? So, here's Grace, here's Pig, and Hope. Let's see. Grace's call sign, KE3G, got that one. Hope's is, I don't ever remember. It ends with an L. We have ND2L. I know Zechariah's WX4, TVJ. And Faith Hannah's is, I don't remember yet. They're all new.
KD3Z.
KD3Z. Okay. And I'll turn it around. I am Michelle, N8ZQZ. Now, enough of me. Let's turn it around. Let's see here. I caught just the beginning of that question there. It said something about no power for 3 weeks. I don't know what the rest of it said. I can scroll. Let's see here. I'm still learning this. Nope. Screen didn't do it. Let's see. Faith Hannah's helping me figure this thing out. Okay. 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 Oops, no, it's disappeared. Hey kids. Oh, and you guys won the CQWPX contest. Oopsie. On low power division, and they got, let's see, what we got second in North America, I think it was, and fifth.
Second North America, 15 world.
15 world, yeah.
In the category of
Low,
single transmitter, low power, multi-out.
yes. Okay, so let's see. So no power for 3 weeks. We were supposed to move to Daytona Beach last Friday. Well, yes. Well, we were not in, let's see. We were in DeLand when we had no power for 3 weeks. I mean, but around here, that's pretty usual for a hurricane to be out of power for weeks. Walmart was closed for several weeks after the last storm. Let's see, which storm? Irma, we think it is. So yeah, that's you learn to adapt. I say to people all the time, think along the lines of preparing for a blizzard if you live in the blizzard area. You know, you've got to plan on, you may be at low, now it depends on where you live. When I lived in Ohio in the 70s, there was the big blizzard of 79, I believe it was. And we were without power and everything for weeks. You just adapt. You can foods and have a fire going or whatever. So we have our, I'll put it here, show it here. So we have our sun oven to cook when the sun comes out after the storm, or you have your grill. We've done a video in the past of things that we learned from being out of power for 3 weeks. We shared a lot of what we learned, just how we handled it all mentally, how we handled it all physically, and just lessons learned. Let's see. Any other questions? Let's see. Piggy is on the certificate, yes,
Yes.
of the contest.
Piggy, he won GGY.
So
and his foreign is K4. He's been all over the world, so he has foreign contacts. Not this Piggy over there. Yeah, that's P1G.
So I'm looking through the questions or through the comments to see if there was anything else that I needed to answer. Maybe I'll say, has anybody got any questions that they want me to answer? But I will say, we haven't really gotten much in the way of winds here for this storm. This has just been a crazy storm. I never have seen anything like this. Do you sell Go boxes after you make them? Yes. Hope and Grace have been making Go boxes, and James. And yeah, they've been selling them. There's a couple of different kinds. If you go to Shack in the Box,
No, Shack in the A box.
Shack in a Box. Shack. Go ahead, Hope.
Shack-in-a-box.com.
There's some different different styles, I guess, different models that they have up there shown in pictures. Let's see, Sony. Let's see here. How about making? Oh, James put up the link. You got to talk to these guys about with models and everything. They've kind of chosen some of these models, and I wish James were here. They've chosen some of these models specifically for emergency type communications. James is going to bring at least one of them, I believe, to the Bahamas when he goes. Not going to update the website. Let's see here. Yeah, he's still working on the website. They kind of put it together, the website, right before going to Huntsville Ham Fest. So he's still working on that and orders for boxes and that kind of stuff. So he is spread thin, super, super thin. And now he's going to the Bahamas. So I don't know. Y'all just don't have a clue how much work he does. I do. But anyway, I don't know. Let's see. All the kiddos are homeschooled, right? Yes, they are homeschooled. Do you think the type of schooling helped them with their great success in ham radio? I think that yes, in a way it did. We originally came into well, James has been doing ham radio for years, since he was like 13. We decided we would make ham radio when Zechariah turned 12, right? He's now 17. When he turned 12, we decided that we would let him study for the technician and let that be science. So that's kind of how we got involved. And then Faith Hannah, I told Zechariah on a Tuesday, I told Faith Hannah, and Faith Hannah said, "Can I do it too?" She being the competitive one. And it kind of morphed from there, you might say, to now everybody's involved. I think homeschooling enables us to get out and do things unconventionally. So when they did Pelican Island, they learned. When you're homeschooling, you're always teaching. It's a mentality that you're just always teaching, always looking for teaching moments. So to go to Pelican Island, they learned all about, what'd you learn about?
Building fires with a bunch of wood that has...
Gotta speak loud.
Well, there were several problems. First off, fire ants were everywhere. Most of the wood we burned had fire ants living in them, because that's just what was on the island. And so we learned about how not to get bitten by those.
Well, you learned about, let's say you got to have hands-on picking up.
Wood?
No. The horseshoe crabs and that kind of stuff. So, you know, they learn geography. They learn, ham radio, guys, teaches absolutely every subject in school and then some. So, do I think their homeschooling helped ham radio? I think in a way ham radio helped their homeschooling. But yes, the fact that we homeschooled enabled them to set aside their normal everyday schoolwork and learn new things in a fun way. And they're things that they will never forget. Their experiences that they've had with ham radio, they'll never forget. Is Grace the most naughtiest? She always got a smile. Let's see, what is this? Grace was our child that was born dead. And now she's the most lively child of all of them. So, is she the naughtiest? No, not necessarily. She's not naughty. She just likes to have fun. But her love is to be outside. She blows off steam outside. Outside, excuse me. Yes, Faith Hannah made the hat.
It's warm.
And it's warm, and they've all been fighting over who gets to wear it. Okay.
So they don't have to fight.
Yeah. Say it again.
I'm working on another so they don't have to fight.
So, tell them why you made this particular hat.
The first reason was because I didn't have any other colors that would work together, but it also works to quote Barry B. Benson from the Bee Movie, black and yellow, hello.
What?
So, she made a hat so she could say, black and yellow, hello.
It's not ugly.
See, they're still kids.
Plus, I wanted to make a bee to be a pom-pom.
But yes, Grace was born dead. There's a whole story behind that. When you see your preacher friend who's sitting in the hospital getting recertified in the OB section, you know God's got something going on that day. So yes, Grace came so fast and all that she was born dead. But as I said, she's the liveliest of all of them. Let's see here. It's hard to read. I don't have. It's hard. I gotta refocus with my reading glasses. Oh, that's James writing. Sorry. I don't know. Anybody else have any questions? I know it's not James shooting this, but I don't know. I think I've learned how to do it. Probably not very good descriptions, but that's okay. Looks like maybe no, it's just sprinkling. Maybe I'll walk outside here. Sorry. Raining a little bit. See, this is the tree we've been concerned about. Right.
That's under.
But it's not on our property, it's next door, so we kind of have to live with it. With the risk of it. I'm going to step out here in the rain. So, that's a large tree. So that's why we slept in the kitchen and the living room. A little bit of water down there in the ditch. And this is the other tree we were concerned about. But there's barely any wind, so I think it's going to end up not being a concern. That one, some of these are blowing. But anyway, I don't know. Not much going on, huh?
He's talking to Daddy.
Okay. Yeah, he's talking. So I haven't heard much activity on the radio for the Aries stuff. I'll say there's a couple teeny tiny little branches on the ground.
Here
comes this.
Here
Here
comes. Going the opposite way. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, here comes some of the wind gusts.
Thunder.
Grace.
I don't think it's thunder.
Just put the pigs in so they don't get wet.
But every now and again we get a little squall of
Sounds
wind.
like a car to me.
I hear frogs.
I hear more coming.
Yeah, there's frogs in the backyard. Actually, where's Froggy? Yeah.
We have frogs and lizards that live right here on the front of the house.
Maybe you can see one. Probably not.
The deer tend to live
In the backyard.
They
in
tend
our
to
backyard.
come
They-
from
they-
at a certain time of day, they're out in the backyard, and then they come up here.
Yep. So they kind of
Usually not.
cross the street and live in the neighborhood.
They actually looked both ways once.
They
What?
did.
The mother looked both ways.
Well, maybe she's learned.
What part is Faith Hannah? Oopsie. Oop, 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 oop. I touched something and my screen disappeared. Like I shut it all down or something. So we're in Palm Coast. Let's see, I think I'm facing east now.
Yeah.
So the hurricane is over that direction. The skies were just amazing yesterday. I probably should have gotten out last night to take some video, because the skies were just, the colors are bizarre when a hurricane's coming through. It's kind of like before a tornado, the sky colors just really change. I hear wind. I'm not seeing them here. Maybe they're a couple streets over. Oh, I see some over there across behind the neighbor's house, really blowing hard. So it's interesting. It's sort of like tornadoes in that you can be in the area and one house might not get hit, but another house might get destroyed. So we're not feeling any wind here, but it's across the street. But we're also protected by the porch here. So, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. Got anything else to say?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, we haven't had breakfast yet. We finished off the milk last night. Hope did with chocolate chip cookies.
She had it after me. There was definitely at least as much as you, actually.
Comes more wind. Let's see here. So anyway, not much to say. Let's see. Or who makes the go boxes? What colors? I missed that conversation. Not sure what colors the question is about.
Maybe about the go boxes? If it's asking if
Okay.
the go boxes can come in different colors, it's basically black with a hint of purple inside of it.
What?
I
Oh,
heard
the
colors.
box?
I thought you meant
Oh,
it's
I don't know. It
black.
just said what colors.
He's talking to Daddy.
Yeah, so now I'm paying attention.
So you should tell them about the go boxes here and what you do.
Okay. Well, when we first started making go boxes, we wanted to find a way that was better than our original one, because that one was so heavy and it had no wheels. So we thought maybe a Pelican 1510 case would work. And so we tried that, and we had a couple different designs of that. And it had the radios and all that stuff. But then we thought maybe we could put it in more gator cases, different sizes for different things, because we found that it can't be everything in one go box. You have to have different things in go boxes. So we came up with a few different designs. We're probably going to make more sometime. And each of them has a hint of purple because we wanted to add something to it. But other than that, it's really just black.
They were asking about the colors. The colors that I forgot that the video is delayed, so your messages come up long after that conversation. I forgot about it. Sorry. The sky colors were very pink and very purple.
What I saw last night, right before going to bed, it looked very orange yellow, like the leaves turn right before they fall.
Yeah, it's more than the sky. It's almost like the sky comes all the way to the ground. So when like the shot that we're in, it's almost like even these trees and the ground looks purple and yellow. It's bizarre. It's amazing how different life can look at different circumstances.
I'm gonna go find a frog.
Let's see here. I'm looking to see what other questions there might be. But the clouds also help make it look pretty. James, I think, did a live shot at the beach, but I don't think that was at sunset or anything. That was long earlier in the day. But yeah, I saw a friend's picture on Facebook, which reminded me of, well, not today, but a couple days ago. I saw Ricardo's picture of the sky, and it was just amazing. And I thought I should have been doing some videos, but I was on the radio listening for the shelter information. We had a net about the same time. But anyway, I don't really have anything else. The crows are crowing. Yes, they are. These black crows are kind of annoying.
They crow no matter what.
It's getting really dark here. So I'm guessing we're about to have something happen again. Because sometimes it's like, well, yesterday more so. The sun would be kind of out, and then all of a sudden it would get really green and dark. And it's getting really dark here all of a sudden. It's almost sundown type dark.
Get struck by lightning. No. You're not gonna get struck by lightning.
Or just light rain on it.
Here comes the wind.
I have not been out to see if any roads have been flooded. I know that the toilets around here have been kind of having some issues with flushing properly. But they're still working. We've had issues in the neighborhood about toilets flushing. So that's been kind of an ongoing issue. Are the clouds overhead moving quickly?
They are, but you
They
won't
are
see them on
moving
the
very,
video.
here.
Can you see them?
Oh yeah, you can.
They are moving
them on
very
the video.
quickly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can see them on the video.
We are in Palm Coast.
He's hungry.
I need glasses where I can see everything at the same time.
Do you
My
need the
reading
other
glasses.
Do you need the other glasses?
I might. Let's see. James can tell us, is there much activity? Has there been much activity on the radio at the EOC? Or at any of the shelters? I'm not hearing much now. I know we were gonna kind of take a break for the net control, but they decided they were gonna work through the night, whether they were needed or not. So that's pretty cool. Well, it's kind of tough to see the clouds now. But, you know, you can't see my finger here, so there's clouds up here moving pretty fast. Are we originally from Florida? No, we are originally from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We lived there for, I don't know, 20-something years. Thank you, Hope. I'm gonna change my glasses here.
That's about to fall off your head.
That's okay. No, it's not. I went to the grocery store the other day to get our supplies for when power went out. And I saw a lady and I said, "Oh, your glasses are really cute." I said, "They're very colorful." Look, I'll show you. They're really colorful. I said, "They're cute." She took them off her head and she gave them to me. I said, "They look fun."
And they were actually the strength that you needed.
Yeah, they were. I said, "Well, I'm not going to take them for one because you need them." And she says, "Oh no, I got a lot of them at home." And I said, "Well, first of all, what strength are they? Are they even going to work for me?" They were perfect. Dad is exhausted and freezing. The temperature in the ham radio room is about 60 degrees. I told you to come prepared and have your jacket and your coat and everything, because you say that every single time. I was just shocked the lady took her glasses off and gave them to me. But we had struck up quite the conversation in the store. She was a lot of fun. Are you guys playing in the rain or what?
She threw me out 3 times. See what the weather's gonna. It's like out there. I'm gonna grab a twig and poke you.
Yeah, it was hot in the house last night, so I bumped the airway down, and I guess I froze the children. I turned the fan on because I was afraid we'd lose power, so I bumped the air down like James told me to do. Whew, that was quite the gust. Sorry if I'm moving the camera too quickly.
Stick. And then in the water. One guy.
Yeah, let's see here. Thank you, Stevenson. Anyway, not much going on right now. Just wind gusts down again. I think it's stopped sprinkling even right now. The EOC stands for Emergency Operations Center. That's the big room where all the local officials and police and all that stuff get together and they have their meetings, and you've got all the different committee members and they all meet and have the big screens, and they're the people who never lose power. Not longer than a few minutes while the generator kicks on. James has his radio room there. I don't know if he's done or will do a video of just a little bit about it, what he's doing there. I don't know. I know he shared a few pictures on Facebook. Let's see here. Never been in a hurricane. We have been in a lot of hurricanes, and this by far has been the oddest. I don't even know where to begin and how odd it was. It's taken forever. We were ready for this last Tuesday, I think it was. We thought it was coming then. And it's not come, it's not come, it's not come, it's not come. And even now, it's offshore and it's not come. It's going by us.
I'll take that for an answer, though.
Yeah.
Take what for an answer.
The grocery stores, so last Tuesday we thought it was coming. The grocery stores were out of food last Monday. But since then, not only the grocery, but the Home Depots and Lowe's and all that stuff, they were basically out of supplies last Monday because we thought the storm was coming closer to Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and all of a sudden it didn't come. It stalled. Everybody knows it stalled. And now sorry, I'm changing shots here. Now the stores have gotten food. We went to the store the other day and everything was restocked, had been restocked every single day. So they got new trucks every day, which is awesome. But I kept thinking, wow, if they lose power, now they're going to lose a lot of stuff because nobody else is going to be able to refrigerate it either. Let's see. So Ariel, let's see. They must be talking about something else. How did you sleep? We slept terrible because we slept on the floor.
Speak for yourself.
Let's see.
You
Faith
slept on
Anna
the
said,
couch.
yes, Faith Anna said she,
No, I didn't say
Oh.
I slept good. I said speak for yourself. You slept on the couch. We slept on the floor.
yes. Here's Grace. I'll go through again. Here's Grace's bed in the middle of the living room because we've been concerned about the trees. This was Zechariah's bed. That was my bed. Here's Zechariah now. See, he looks tired, doesn't he? And then, let me see here. It was tough to not step on Grace to get up in the middle of the night.
Are your feet
And
clean?
then-
You just had them outside in the mud.
Yes, are your feet clean?
Yes, I would.
And here's where Hope and Faith Anna slept. So, did we sleep well? I would say no. We went to bed very late because we were all in bed, and then James recommended we move because the winds were picking up. He found out they were picking up in the area. How is the air mattress? Hope?
Well, the air mattress is fine. I think it's actually comfier than my mattress. Except when someone leaves to go to the bathroom or anything, you get pushed down like 4 inches. So you think it's nice now. It's better when it's firm.
It's like a waterbed. Faith Anna.
We were freezing.
Faith Anna's version of it.
It's like you're sleeping on Jello.
Okay.
Have you ever slept on Jello to confirm that?
What?
Have you ever slept on actual Jello to confirm that?
No, but I have slept on a waterbed, and that feels like a waterbed, which feels like Jello feels on your hand.
So Grace, tell me how your bed was, because let me show you Grace's.
I had to put my legs up.
Grace's bed, oh, wow, my back hurts. That's how my night went. My back hurts. And normally I'm comfortable on the couch, but not today. So hers is a blow-up
Filling.
tiny air mattress. Oh, my glasses are all falling off.
I had to do this. Ow. In order to
Here,
keep my back from hurting.
I can't change all these glasses around, so I'm gonna put my regular ones on.
Back from hurting it?
So,
Hurting it.
so they normally take these with them when they have to go places like the dry tortugas and all. So yeah. So Grace, I didn't hear from last night, so she must have slept pretty well.
No.
Zechariah was restless,
She was sleeping.
so I don't know that Zechariah got
I
much
was
sleep.
just quiet. Once I got comfy, I stayed.
Well, from the girls' room, you can hear him moving around any night, so that might just be how he sleeps.
We got a late night getting. Grace.
Stop letting out air.
We got a late night getting to bed because we had to get up at like 11 o'clock and blow up all these air mattresses so we could sleep. So, anyway, I don't know. Let's see here. Any other questions or anything? They look comfy.
Now it's comfy.
So, now it's comfy. Wait, you let a little bit of air out and now it's comfy?
Too hard.
Okay, well,
Sorry. I got blue turning that high.
I don't know that we'll need to sleep on it again, so we'll be able to clean up here. We'll be able to watch the weather stuff on TV to know what's going on. Go to the radio. I can say hi. Okay. I will do that. Weird. I hear the CWID. Let's see. Oopsie. All right. Wow, my back hurts from sleeping on that couch.
Getting up.
NACQZ, this is WX4TV.
This is NHCQZ. We hear you.
Hey, Michelle. Glad to see that you guys are all doing well and that everybody's good. Want to say hello to you and the kids and everybody else who can hear. And as soon as they let us go from here, I'll let you know and be on my way home after I get all the radios out of the shelters.
My guess is that's still going to be an all-day process, but we will see. NHCQZ.
Probably will be. And I'm glad you guys have power because that means I can take that third Bioenno battery with me to the Bahamas and maybe even take that Bioenno solar panel as well. Greg in 4CZN lent me his Buddy Pole Power Mini, so I would have 3 charge controllers now.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll say hi everybody else out there that are running the net and everything. I haven't looked at the schedule to see who it is right this moment, but I'll say thank you all for helping, and I'll be listening. NHCQZ.
Hey, net control from EOC, I believe it's WW3A, isn't it? It is. Good morning to Michelle. What's up, James? We're just chatting, and Michelle was doing a live stream, so I wanted to say hi to family and kids. We're doing well over here, just sitting in this cold room and wishing I had brought my heavy coat. it's always something. Well, I guess you can look at the bright side of it. If we had had power outages and then the temperature going to 95 tomorrow, the last thing you would have wanted would have been that warm coat. So, it's like the old saying goes, some people would complain if you hung them with a brand new rope. Yes, we would. Anyway, thanks, Reed. I'm probably going to go grab breakfast, and I'll have my handheld though. So if you need me on the radio, I'll have a handheld. Net control and NACQZ. This is EOC WX4TV. Hey, that James, and again, good morning to you, Michelle. WW3A net control for Volusia County ARES. Standing by.
So, that's a good friend of ours, Reed. They've all done a great job running the net. I'm not going to show all the information on the net, but we've got a lot of people out there in shelters and helping with shelters. Some new hams even have been helping and getting trained, so that's pretty cool. She's having a cookie for breakfast.
I was gonna ask.
Apparently, Grace didn't ask. She just started in.
I'm hungry.
There's no.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness. What?
If you give her the rest, she'll forgive you.
Yes, I will say one thing that people don't necessarily think about is after the storms, it is super hot and humid. That's almost worse than being in the storm sometimes, because now you've got to do all the yard cleanup, which there's none this time. I mean, we got one little stick, but there's a few leaves down.
After Matthew and Ern were back into land, we had an entire yard filled at least 4 inches high with sticks.
I don't even know that you can see those little leaves out there on the ground, but yeah, we've got no leaves, but a lot of times, boy, you can't even hardly see the yard for the limbs. And you've got to go out there in that high heat and humidity, and work, and you look forward to that ice cold shower afterwards because you just want to cool off so bad. I think one of the things that we miss the most after the storms are a cold drink. To have hot, not tap water, but filtered water. See, we've got our filter sitting right here. Whoopsie. Sitting right, oops, where is it? Oh, it's still sitting next to the sink because I have to keep filling it.
Ow, we're stuck around it.
So, we have warm water, usually after the storms. How can I talk if y'all are over there talking? Yeah, don't pop it. Don't pop it. He's got to bring that with him. So he knows it works. He knows it held its air. He'll be able to bring it with him. Anyway, yes, it's always hot after a hurricane. Ended up by the house this morning. It might have been a little right. The deer are by the house every morning and every evening. They have their ritual walk.
The yard starting over there, ending over there, sometimes coming over to the window.
Yes, they have their ritual walk. I just don't normally see them sitting in the yard, laying down in the yard.
It's because the wind could have knocked them down if it came. Or maybe they were waiting for breakfast, so they were keeping their patch of grass dry.
The wind
Cows do that.
The wind did not knock them down. We're in Palm Coast,
Yeah, they could have.
Florida.
Maybe that's what they thought.
No, anyway, it wasn't super humid out there right now, but of course we can come back into the air conditioning. Thankfully, because we haven't lost any power. Let's see, what does this show? The picture on the wall by the door, the one which you used to teach. Okay, so I'll show you this. So here is the picture. Here is the picture of how James taught the children about repeaters. Go ahead, Grace, show them.
I don't remember everything, but
Well, you don't remember everything from this picture.
that's me. Repeater, repeater, hope, daddy. That's the guy in the plane just to show how high the mountains are.
Can't see it. Okay, so let's see. So here's Grace. There's the airplane, Zechariah. That's supposed to be Hope.
And that's
No,
Peter.
that's
Oh,
hope
that's
is
right
down
here.
here.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Yes.
demonstrating how
Hope.
repeaters work, because we just didn't get it.
It's out of focus here. Daddy. So this was done by Grace, well, several years ago. Several years
I don't
ago.
remember completely, but one person transmits up to the repeater, and it transmits it down there. But how will he talk to us? With this repeater. And you need that one so it can bounce down to her and me, or else it'll just hit the thing and go nowhere.
Right. So, that's how they learned repeaters. So, they can learn ham radio stuff. You just have to make it so that they can understand it. So, that's what this was about, is they made it so they could understand it. Looks cool how everyone... Sorry, trying to read all these things, and I got to move it away from my face so I can see it, because my glasses don't focus. My eyes don't focus with with everything so close. So, I don't know. I don't really have anything more to say. I'll say there's the solar panel and battery that we had ready and lined up to go when we lost power. Though we didn't lose power. See, that's the first hurricane we had that we haven't lost power. But I guess I'll say it's not over yet. But at the same time, it's mostly over.
Really?
So I guess they'll probably be painting more today. And this is still, see, I still have stuff. James is still planning on going, so I haven't been able to touch his stuff. We've learned around here, when he's packing, you don't touch any of his stuff because he knows where it is.
he won't if you touch it.
And he won't if we touch it. We've
Even
been
though it looks a mess.
we've been labeling
I know where this is.
all his equipment. Well, that's for Grace. Can't remember what I made that for.
I think we were trying to relabel the handhelds. They still have our old calls.
Yeah, but that wasn't for the handheld. That was for something else. Or let's see here.
Flashlight?
Yeah. I don't know. James has stuff here for bringing to the Bahamas. But yes, it is glancing. We're getting a glancing blow, so that's pretty awesome. But bizarre, bizarre in how we fully expected it. Normally, if it's going to be a glancing blow, we're not so prepared. But we really thought it was going to end up coming much closer than it did. But anyway, I'll be glad. That means trash pickup. See my milk jug over there that needs to go to the trash. The trash pickup has been suspended since last Friday, I think it is, and the schools have been off since last Friday. Sorry, I was listening to the radio here. Anyway, so we everything has been in limbo. The school, everybody is, all doctors' offices have called and everything, saying everything shut down until further notice. So I guess it'll be starting up probably, I don't know, tomorrow again, I'm guessing, because if people, unless there's still no power all over. But we've still got power, so yay. Anyway, I will say, I guess I'll say we're, I don't know, don't really have anything to say. Got anything to say, Zechariah?
No.
So, they will have a lot of makeup days. Well, Zechariah and Faith Hannah are in college, and I don't believe they have makeup days for college. And the other's homeschool. So we don't typically take days off. We've kind of let them have a few days off here, just to help us get ready and enjoy it. I guess it's kind of like the excitement of a snow day. We let them enjoy it. Huh?
We don't have snow here. I haven't seen it for like
Yes, but
5 years.
we let them enjoy it like it's a snow day sometimes. It's raining again. Don't
So it's a rainy
know.
day.
Don't know if you can see it. My battery's gone low again. So I might need to finish up here quick. But anyway, as for snow days, they didn't call most of the schools off until Friday, so they won't have a whole lot to make up. And they've got some built-in days anyway, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I will say I probably need to see about finishing this up. I think my video is frozen. I think my video got frozen, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I guess since my power is low, I will say 73. Y'all want to say? Huh? You gotta speak loud enough so they can hear you, though. Okay. So anyway, it froze up because my battery, I got a message saying my battery was low. So anyway, we will say 73, everybody, and I'll see about uploading the video here. I'll say, let's see, look, I'm wanting to sign off like the radio. I'm wanting to give my call sign. Anyway, we'll talk to everybody another time. 73.
Or you can say